Recorded. If you do not want to be recorded, please leave. I am no longer giving the choice to not record because this footage is so awesome. And we're doing that. Okay, so we're going to Facebook Live now, so it'll take me 1 second to do that. While I do that, Ketty, why don't you say hi to the new people who are logging in until I'm ready. So Ketty, of course, is from where, Ketty?
I am from Georgia, but it's not state of Georgia, it's country of Georgia, another side of the planet. So,
and by the way, Ketty is in charge. She'll be running the entire course. Good job, Ketty. She is one of my best students ever. I feel like a Jedi Master, like a Yoda.
He's joking, of course. I'm trying to learn. Like Lee said, I'm trying to learn from the best. So I'm trying to take as much as possible to use in my country.
Perfect. Ketty, why don't you check in? At least there's 2 or 3 people who we haven't said hi
so
to.
we have Victoria. Yeah, Victoria.
Hi.
Hi, Victoria. And you are from Victoria.
Abilene, Texas.
Fine.
I remember Victoria.
Yeah, that's me.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing okay.
And you know, she knows I'm almost from Texas. If I could just say, how all y'all doing?
Y'all. Howdy, y'all.
One more time for Facebook Live. Let's try again.
Howdy, y'all.
And what will be the name of international study programs? What's the name?
I'm sorry?
Hi, I'm Sandy, and I'm currently in the Czech Republic.
I love that we have the Czech Republic and Georgia on the line. Well, it looks like Facebook Live is not going to cooperate. My favorite. But that's okay. We'll stop that later. It's been a little spotty. Okay, great. We are recorded, so let's continue on. Hi, my name is John Chen. I'm the CEO for Geoteaming, and you are in Virtual Team Building 2. Welcome back, everybody. It's so great to see you. It's so great to know something about you. I love the Arlene wave. Thank you so much for that. I love the ceiling shot, too. Hashtag awesome. Today's goal is really around going faster, right? I told you about results and I told you about F1 cars. I'm going to teach you 10 to 15 different team building initiatives today. So let's get on with it.
Did you say 10 to 15?
I said 100. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong one. 11 billion. Did you hear that? 11 billion. Here we go. Okay, great. So I want to dedicate today's session to a very special person. This person is Raymond Sissemet. Raymond actually just got shared a news program that was shot on him today. He had contracted coronavirus and he survived. So that is a great piece of hope. He actually is still at home now recovering. And if you take the clip that I will send to you later and listen to it, it will tell you the experience of having coronavirus and going on a respirator is not fun. Don't do that. Okay. So meanwhile, thank you so much. And Raymond, I'm so glad you're getting better. We're lucky and to have you still here. Now, in Virtual Team Building 2, why are you here? Well, I took your stuff and I put it in a word cloud, and this is what you guys have said. So virtual team building activities is the key part, but look at the other cool words, John, kids, people, working, mechanics. So those are the things that we're gonna take care of here. Now, I told you a solution in the last one, and an acronym was GRR, right? So unmute your mics and just tell me, what's the first G stand for?
Goals.
Yes, Greg, nailed it. That's right. Okay, that's right. Number 1 is goals, right? If you want to have performing teams, you guys have to have the same goals. What's the R stand for?
Rhythm.
Say it again louder.
Rhythm.
Rhythm. Rhythm is number 3. So you're ahead of the game. I love that about you. That's awesome. Let's go to try and get number 2.
Rules.
Yes! Ziva! She scores! Yep, you gotta have rules online. I gave you a very explicit example of what happens when your teams does not have rules. Okay, somebody already said number 3, but say it again now so you get the repetition.
Rhythm.
Rhythm. Rhythm Nation, people. If your team does not have a rhythm, they will bash into each other. When they have rhythm, they are awesome. Which leads us to the last R. The R is?
Results.
Results. Is that Victoria?
That's me.
Gold stars for Victoria. Gold stars for Victoria. Okay, great. So you got the results. So on this meeting, my goal is to show you as many team building activities in 90 minutes to help your teams. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is called rename networking. So what you're going to do is right click on your face right here. I'm going to actually stop here and right click on your face and click rename. If it's not there, you can go to manage participants and you can hover over your name and say more and rename. And I want you to say your name, where you're from, and a word that describes how you're feeling today. Like Michelle, I bet she's feeling awesome. Okay, what I'm gonna actually use the word awesome today. I feel awesome. I feel great. I actually have. I think I'm gonna get a deal today. If I sign this deal, I will have recovered more than the amount of revenue I lost in coronavirus. Thank you, Debbie Ann from New York. So I will not continue until everyone finishes here. So I see that, again, the example, if you look at mine, is John Chen, Seattle, Washington, awesome. Ziva, you have not added your location, your awesome location, so please add it again. Greg Miller has said Chicago and active. Oh, that's really cool. Ketty is from, oh my gosh, how do you say that, Ketty?
Tbilisi.
Tbilisi. Oh, wow, that's cool. I'm learning something every day. Okay, excellent. Debbie Ann is from Queens, New York, and she is grateful. Victoria is from Texas, and she's content. Sandy is from the Czech Republic. She's optimistic. Angela's from Vancouver, and she's excellent. Party on. Woo, woo, woo. Michelle is, I don't know where Michelle is from, so if you can change that, you can change to hopeful. And Arlene, are you there? Arlene, you can unmute. I know you're probably helping the kids, washing the dishes, eating lunch.
She's in the chat.
I got it in the chat room. So I'm going to help you, Arlene. I got you. I had to look. See, this is the hard part, being the producer sometimes too. Let me tell you, yesterday I helped a seminar, and it's for small businesses here in Washington, and it was specifically for African-American businesses. And we had 30 in the live audience. We have over 500 views and 38 shares on Facebook Live. And let me tell you, I was managing 3 screens. I was live casting from a phone. I had a laptop where I could chat on the Facebook Live, and I was running the chat in the break rooms here, and I was not the keynote speaker. That was the key. That's really some of the technical aspects of running a fantastic meeting. Arlene is from Portland, Oregon, and she is feeling grateful. Yeah, I also start every morning with gratitude. Make a list if you are on my Facebook, facebook.com/CEO John 10. And me and my quarantine mate, we post 10 things that we're grateful for. We try and do this before we look at Facebook so that we actually start our day off correctly, as opposed to being pissed off about people who are not funding things that are important to us. My personal viewpoint on the WHO thing was, you know, it's great team dynamics when you drive the bus over your top teammate and then you siphon their gas tank. Okay, that's enough politics for today. Great. Okay, everybody's got it. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Oh, geez. I wish I was on Facebook Live, because people watch this and it's like hilarious. All right, great. You guys did a great job. I highly suggest you do this. It's very easy, because now I don't have to know these things and I feel more connected to you. Now, remember go ahead caller. So what we're going to do is a go ahead caller race. So first, I'm going to come back to the group. Does anybody, can anybody describe how go ahead caller works?
You raise our hand, or you tell us when to talk.
Yeah, okay, perfect, Victoria. So if you remember, go ahead caller is one way to, what I call air traffic control. If you learn no other skill than this one, it will help you immensely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go ahead caller race. So let me see if I can describe this correctly. I'm going to start, okay? And I'm going to say, everyone has to signal first, right? So I will establish an order. So I'm going to say, like, if I go, and I will start first, right? So, hi, I'm John Chen from Seattle, and I feel awesome, right? So when I call on somebody, let's say Ziva and Victoria raise their hands. I'll say Ziva, then Victoria, right? So then each of you, first Ziva will check in, and then Victoria will check in. The key here for this is how fast can we do this? So apparently I think we're 9 people now, if I have everybody on camera. And so we're gonna see how fast it takes to go with 9 people. Arlene, you will have to chat or oh, look, you got on audio, right?
Yes, I have audio.
You can just say your name and I will establish an order for you, okay? Okay, great. Does anybody have any questions about the assignment? Okay.
I think I have. We just say our name and how we feel, and that's it. And we have to do it fast.
Your name, where you're from, and how you feel. So again, I would say if I called myself, go ahead, John. I'm John Chen. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I feel awesome, right? And then it's on to the next person. Does that make sense?
And how do we know who is the next person? Do I call it or
No,
you call it?
You signal and I establish the order. We're just trying to do it as fast as possible, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Jiva, great job asking questions, by the way. That's the key. Because it's very easy to go like, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not going to say anything. Okay, great. Here we go. Let's see if you guys can beat the other 2 classes. Here we go. I'm going to start. And hi, I'm John Chen from Seattle, Washington, and I'm awesome. Who wants to go next? Let's go to Greg and then Debbie Ann.
Hi, I'm Greg Miller from Chicago. I'm very active today.
Debbie Ann.
Hi, I'm Debbie Ann from New York, and I'm awesome also.
Let's go to Angela and Sandy.
I'm Angela Height from Vancouver, Canada, and I'm excellent.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm from the Czech Republic, and I'm feeling optimistic.
Let's go to Michelle and then Jiva.
Hi, I'm Michelle Bagley. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I feel hopeful.
Hi, I'm Živa Grgić from Slovenia, and I'm excited.
Let's go to Victoria, then Arlene.
I'm Victoria Ledford, and I'm from Abilene, Texas, and I feel content.
Arlene Cogan, Portland, Oregon, feeling grateful.
Bravo, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, according to my time clock, you have completed this in 47.24 seconds. Give yourself a round of applause.
How do we do?
I will check the other groups, but let me just give you a reminder. Remember how long it took to check in Virtual Team Building 1? It took like 10 minutes, right? Now, it wasn't a race, but what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is that you can save 90% of the time and get the same effect if you like race your team to check in. So it can be good sometimes when you want to be efficient. It's not good if you want to establish trust and let people like unload some stuff from the week. But I'm just showing you can go fast, right? And that way, at least everybody's checked in, and now you can get on with the part about the business. This can also really, really help what people are calling now Zoom burnout, which is like, oh, I was on Zoom for 10 hours today. If I look like at another screen, I'm going to kill myself, right? And then so you know, getting your work done efficiently as a group and getting off means that people can go outside. It's sunny here today in Seattle, and that's something that's really valuable for mental health. Okay, great. So let's go ahead, call our race. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, this is going to be super fun. We are going to do video icebreakers, okay? So video icebreakers. Now, this is a super cool trick. Check this out. Choo-choo! I have 2 cameras installed on my computer. So I have one now for standing up. So you don't have to stand up, but if you'd like to stand up, it's fun. It also is an energizer. So these are things that you can do inside the, like at the beginning of the meeting, trying to get things going. So the reason why this also works is the concept of matching and mirroring. Does anybody know that concept of matching and mirroring? Let's go to Michelle, shaking her head.
It means that when you're facing somebody, you mirror their body language and their affect so that you're creating connection with them.
Oh, more coffee. Perfect, Michelle. Yeah, and I have a story. I was taught matching and mirroring, and this is a very extreme example, but this convinced me that it worked. We were put in a group of 3 people. So let's say Debbie Ann is a person, and she has to imagine a very strong emotion, okay? The next thing is that Greg is the coach, and Greg has to coach me so I mirror all the body positions and the breathing patterns and the head position that Debbie Ann chose. And then we tell Debbie Ann to remember a very strong emotional event. So what happens is that Debbie Ann goes on and she imagines this event, and I match all the positions and body motions for about almost 4 to 5 minutes. When we come out of it, Greg asked me, okay, John, what did you experience? And I'm like, I saw a white church, I saw stained glass. It was like in the country, and I saw the person, she was in the front row, and she was contemplating a big decision. Debbie Ann comes out, and I don't know Debbie Ann at this point, right? And Debbie Ann comes up and tells me, yeah, I'm in Texas, I'm in this church, it's white, it has stained glass, I'm in the front row, I'm in a pew, and I'm kneeling, I'm praying because I'm trying to figure out if I should leave my husband. That's matching and mirroring when it works right, okay? So I don't expect you to have that, but I'm just saying it as a story. So I'm just showing the concept behind why this works. And it goes like this. Okay, so we're gonna do some warm-ups, right? So one of the cool things is you're just gonna follow what I'm doing, okay? So now I'm gonna start with the head shake. So Michelle mastered the head shake earlier, which is like, yes, John Chen is doing a great job. That's fantastic. Oh, I love that. Arlene is now in. Thank you very much. Yeah, perfect. So I like what he's saying. It's now I understand. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how did you feel when you woke up this morning? Probably a 6, because I read the news. This is before I did gratitude. Wait, hold it up. Greg is a 6. Hold your number up. Great. Debbie, of course, is a 10 because she's healthy. Keep your hands up. Sandy is a 6. Keep your hands up, Sandy, please. Thank you so much. Angela is an 8. Victoria is a 6. Arlene is a 8, but she's stacked, which is really cool. It's 3-dimensional 8. Michelle is a 5, and Jiva is either a 0 or she's not showing me her hands.
I just don't remember because now here it's almost 10 o'clock, so it's the whole day. So it was a lot of things, so okay, no idea.
Jiva is,
sorry.
That was, let me help you. In America, the day is Wednesday. Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right. All right. So now if you heard me and understand the directions, give me a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, wait. Debbie Ann, hold the thumbs up. There we go. Okay, now let's just say boo coronavirus, boo. Sometimes our leadership is not that great. Boo. Yeah, there you go, Shiva. Yeah, boo. Okay. Now put your hands to your head like this. Okay. And I hope that one thing that I teach you today just blows your mind. Ready? Ready? Okay, put your hands on your head. 3, 2, 1. Blows your mind. Excellent. All right, let's do another one. You know, we can't do this anymore, but you know, the high five is really a great celebration. So put your right hand up. And now go to your camera. High five your camera. High five. That's great. Okay, now let's get your left hand up, right? Left hand, make a fist. Make a fist. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love that, Michelle. Look at Michelle. She's got the thumb in format, right? She knows that if she punches you, she ain't going to break her thumb. Okay, now punch your camera. Boom, that's a fist bump. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong camera. Boom, fist bump. Thank you very much. Okay, of course, now you have your cameras. If you can go ahead and unmute and we do something great together, like do something in 47 seconds, we applaud. Everyone applaud, applaud, applaud. Sandy, applaud. There we go. Okay, great, we got them all. Now, if your camera's muted, right, or if your Zoom is muted, then you can't hear anybody, but you know, this is a great place for diversity. So you're hopefully learning some sign language. Actually, one of our participants yesterday is learning sign language for babies because she has a baby and she's teaching the baby sign language, how to communicate. Anyways, you put your hands up next to your head. Hands up, hands up, hands up. I love it. I love Arlene only has one hand up. All right, now shake them. This is applause, right? So if we do something great, this is applause. And if you know somebody who is, sign language, right? Yeah, this is applause. So what is the other one? Oh, sign language, this one too. This is thank you, right? And I think this is this I love you? I think this is I love you. Okay. Okay, great. Now, keep your mics off, and now this is an 80s quiz. So this is a band that sang a song about an ancient civilization. Oh, go, Michelle.
The Bengals Walk Like an Egyptian.
She nailed it. All right, so either get up, go this way, go one way, try and match me, right? Walk like an Egyptian. If you, there it is. I think we got it. Now switch. Watch live in Egyptian. Great. By the way, this makes fantastic video. Okay, so anybody, when we were doing Zoom 3 years ago, we were on this call and we had all these people international. We had 9 windows. It was perfect. It was just like this. And we were like, wow, wait a minute. This looks just like the Brady Bunch, right? And if you know the opening scene from the Brady Bunch, and if you don't, well, they're going to describe it. What you're going to do is for 10 seconds, you're going to look in a random direction. Right, and we know from the last call that we don't know where anybody is on the windows because we're all different. But you're gonna look up, down, left, right, and then diagonal up, diagonal up, right, and diagonal down and up. So pick a different one. I'm gonna count down from 10. Okay, here we go. And ready. And 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and back to me. Okay. Great. If you speed this up too, it means like people look really lost. The other part as a benefit is that people actually just did a neck stretch, all right? And so, you know, you've been sitting in your chair too long, it actually feels pretty good. All right, we're gonna show you breakout rooms later, and it's really cool, right? Because you can really get engagement by having smaller conversations. And when you come back to it, I really feel like it's like Star Trek. Like you just teleport back in. So everybody gets forced and like passes back into here. So one of the fun things that we've been doing with the breakout rooms when you come back in is that you get in some ridiculous pose, right? So you got to strike the pose. So that channel some inner Madonna, you're going to strike a pose. So think about a pose. Then we're going to strike that pose in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, let's see, we got some hands up, we got some fingers, we got some avoidance. I love Victoria. Victoria's totally frozen. Oh, Greg Miller has to pull the, come on, can anybody name the famous football star that Greg is doing?
Kaepernick.
No!
The thinker. The
No.
statue thinker.
It's like the thinker, somebody stole
That's what
it.
I was going for.
Yeah.
Tebow. Oh, I thought it was Tim Tebow, right? Okay, great. So now let's just check in. So Jiva, I know, can answer this question now. So now, how much better do you feel, right? Like, so right now I'm checked in, I'm energized, and I feel like a 10. How do you feel? 10. Yeah, Jiva's 10. 10. Greg's 10. Sandy's an 8. Debbie Ann's a 10. Michelle, I missed yours.
Oh, 10.
10. 10. Angela's a 10. Arlene is a 10. And Victoria's a 10. All right, we're a good 9.7 or 8.4. 6, 2, 8. Okay, anyways, all right, so those are video icebreakers. Oh, I apologize, I was supposed to tell you. If you can now, go get a piece of paper and hopefully a Sharpie marker. A piece of paper and a Sharpie marker. If you need to run around, you can for just a minute. Hopefully you can hurry. This initiative is attributed to my very good friend, Kathy Armias. She's the one who also invented the term social padding. Social padding is the padding that you get from your friends and families and associates. Oh my gosh, Angela, I love that your dog has a cone. It's got like emergency tape on the cone. Anyway, social padding is the padding that you have from your friends that help you get through adversity. And so she's an amazing trainer. And if you ever get a chance to do a TED Talk, you want to hire her. She's like one of the top TED coaches in the world. She's a Toastmaster who has tested twice for being one of the top 100 Toastmasters. She didn't quite get in yet, but I believe that she's better than all the others. It's politics. Oh, never mind. I said I wouldn't. Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg's kid. Hey, can you make me lunch? Greg's kid. Can you, lunch, I'm hungry. Oh, he's muted. All right. So part of the engagement is paying attention to the camera and calling out the stuff, right? It's humanizing. All right, so just one word. So let's just start with a challenging word. Now that we're this far into it, what's one of the most challenging emotions that you're feeling? So for instance, mine is anxiety. Now I cheated, I printed, it's true. So, but you can do this. So Kathy did this with a Hong Kong class and put it all up to the camera. And it's really powerful. So please leave them up. Yeah, there you go. Greg said uncertainty. Victoria said isolated. Jiva says fear. Sandy says insecurity, sorry. Michelle says frustration. Angela says overwhelm. Arlene is still looking at the roof. Oh, I thought it said thief, but no, it says grief. Thank you, Arlene. Real true story. My friend said he got his garage broken into 2 days ago. So be careful. Debbie Ann, what's your word? She's making a masterpiece. It's a Van Gogh. You're on mute too. Oh, here's my other best sign of the day. Print one of these. I'm actually going to give you a copy of these so you can print on your own. Okay, Debbie, what's your word? Debbie.
I'm sorry. Hopeless.
Hopeless. Okay, great. Great. So now, hopefully you get another piece of paper, another piece on there. What's the one word that you think you need to correctly get through coronavirus, right? So a word that can really help you, a word that can give you, you know, some people have written hope or love or inspiration. So let me get my word out. Let's see if I have it here. Okay. Connection, connection, faith, connect. Look at, we got 3 connections. Well, it's almost a tic-tac-toe of mine. I got 2 hopes, 3 connections, faith, kindness, relationships, and look at this beautiful sign I made, love. So great. What's great about this too is that from your Zoom call, you can take a snapshot of that video, or you can take a screenshot and you can send it back. And it's connecting and inspiring. Go ahead, Victoria.
What was that one called?
Just one word. So that's just one word, okay? So it's what I also want to actually add as a true story for you is that you know, the coronavirus can sometimes give us gifts, and the gift that I just got, I have shared with other people if you're tracking me on social media, but maybe some of you haven't heard. Last Friday, I signed a deal that has an advance to rewrite this book. And I invite you to kind of be part of my community to help, thank you so much, to be part of my community to help test and maybe be test readers and to help be a part of the book. If you give me an initiative that I don't know about, right, I will attribute it to you. Like this just one word, Kathy gave this to me. She's gonna get the story inside the book. And I want to share the story about each of you because I know each of you are leaders and I would love to hear how it's helping people. Okay, moving on. So let's see, I think I'm just gonna continue. So that's just one word. Oh, so as you can see now on the screen, this was the example from Hong Kong. Togetherness, hope, care, friendship, love, right? Care, nature or nurture. So I think this is really, it's a super cool idea. It's very visual, especially when you have a lot of people. Okay. All right, the next idea is charades. So charades, let's see, hold on, I can make sure that I'm actually on track. Charades, there we go. Oh yeah, I'm on track. Okay, how many of you know how to play charades? Good, most of you. Okay, for those who don't, again, somebody's gonna do a word and the rest of you has to guess. Okay, so let's see. Who would like to be the actor? Oh, Debbie Ann. All right, let's go, Debbie Ann. Debbie Ann, I'm going to give you a word. I'm chatting.
Oh, you're giving me the word.
Yeah, I'm going to chat you a word.
Okay.
Okay, and you have 60 seconds to get other people to say this word. So Debbie Ann, can you see the word? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the word. I'm going to bring us back to the main screen here.
I don't have the word yet.
It's in the chat window.
Oh, okay. Now I got it.
So you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember you can't talk, so everybody else guess. You should unmute and you should say any guess. As soon as you say the word, I will end the timer. We begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Fever, cough.
Fever, flu, sick.
Corona.
Coronavirus.
There it is. Wait, who said that? I think that was Victoria. Corona is not, it's only partial of the word. Victoria got coronavirus correctly in about 13 seconds. Very good. Now, I love charades, but I was at a game conference and somebody showed me reverse charades. Has anybody ever seen reverse charades?
No.
Reverse charades says this. there's one person guessing and everybody else has to act
Oh,
out.
that's good.
And I've never seen a more energetic game, right? Because everybody else is jumping around here, and I've done it for birthday parties. I've actually done it in video in China, right? And the person who was guessing was in a separate room with a remote mic, and he was making these guesses, and you could hear the room was like pandemonium because we had 9 tables. Each table had like 6 people at it, and they were like doing ridiculous things. Anyways, we're gonna do reverse charades. So Victoria, because you guessed correctly, you will be the first reverse charader. So what I need you to do is remove your chat window, because I'm gonna chat to everybody. I wanna make sure that you cannot see the chat window. Give me a thumbs up when your chat window is gone, okay? Great, let's see, here is the first word. Okay, remember, wait, Victoria, your chat window's closed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, when everybody else can see the word, please give me a thumbs up. It's in the chat window. Chat window. Okay, great. All right, Victoria, look at the screen. And your 60 seconds begin now. Look at the screen and try and guess the word.
Circle, see no evil, mask, face mask.
Ding, 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 face mask. 6 seconds. Victoria, are you competitive? No?
No.
Yes.
I
love it. Okay, Victoria, choose somebody else besides Debbie Ann to be the next guesser.
Okay, Greg, you be our next guesser.
Oh, Greg. Yeah, good choice. Okay. Greg, hide the chat room. Oops, hold on. I got to make sure I don't have a typo. Okay, everyone look at the chat room. Okay, Greg, your chat room is closed, correct? Okay, everybody else, give me a thumbs up as soon as you see the word. Arlene? Jiva? You can Google the word, Jiva. Okay, you're 60
Wait,
seconds.
then I need a little bit of time.
You can do it. You have 60 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Shots, pills, medicine, prescriptions, close. Yeah, you're not feeling well. So you're taking a pharmaceutical, you're taking a pill, you're taking drugs. Victoria's on her nose. So there's a wave with Sandy. Oh, coughing. I'm looking for some help here. Sandy, I see this. I don't know what it is, but it's good. All right, so I'm sensing people are sick or ill or not feeling well. But I need to. And now Debbie's taking pills and drinking. Somebody's coughing. I'm thirsty, dehydrated.
Everybody tell him the word.
Hydrochloroquine.
Oh my goodness. All right, so you guys had malaria apparently.
I don't even know if that's a pill or a shot. All I know is I would.
Oh my God. You guys are the best.
I didn't know what this word meant, but I was trying to express hydro and water and.
There, that was that. Okay.
I love my job. This is the best job. Victoria, really? All right, Greg, pick anybody but Victoria and Debbie Ann.
How about Angela?
Okay, Angela, are you ready? So hide your chat. Hide your chat window. Give me a thumbs up when your chat window is hidden. Okay, everyone else, look in the chat room. Give me a thumbs up when you got the 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, keep your thumbs up.
Oh,
thumbs
you
up,
can't
thumbs
do
up.
it. I closed
Arlene.
the chat.
Arlene, do you see the word? Arlene?
Arlene's frozen. She's
Okay.
frozen.
No, that's her. Yeah. Oh, she might be frozen. Okay. Well, anyways, we'll see. Here we go. Reset the clock. And 3, 2, 1, go.
I have no idea. Oh, 3 words, 2 words. 2 words. Cooperation.
30 seconds.
Something like team. Yes. Teamwork.
Oh, 40 seconds. Let's give Angela a round of applause. And I'm
I
going
want
to
to
tell
know
you
how
why.
you got team.
I'll tell you why. I didn't know that this word was so hard, but let me tell you.
Cooperation.
Let me tell you, the last class did not get this word.
Oh.
Last class did not get this word. I didn't think the word teamwork was so hard. All right, so let's just do a quick observations. I know we're going to get into debrief here in just a second, but anybody have any quick observations from this?
Well, we don't, I'm sorry, Debbie Ann. We're not really, we're just letting it like organically happen. Nobody's even taking the lead and saying, let's do this or let's do that. And it's working, which is probably a miracle because we really should have a plan.
Yeah, and you can see some of these team building games are fun or faster, but you can see they're energetic, right? You're lifted, it's funny. Like people need laughter now. That laughter is how your morale helps, right? It goes up because now you feel connected as a team. You remember like, oh Matt, yeah, we can still have a good time together. We don't have to be depressed all the time, right? So anyways, okay, I'm going to continue on. I'm going to give you an opportunity to really talk to each other in the breakout. And then is a time when you can give observations for what we had. Let's continue. So reverse charades. What a great example. You guys are fabulous. So I'm going to show you the next one. It's called Yes, No, Asylum. Yes, No, Asylum. So what you want to do is open the Manage Participants button. And at the bottom, you can click Yes. So if you can see, if you look at the Manage Participants, I have a green check. Yep, Debbie Ann did it, Arlene did it. Angela did it, Greg and Michelle did it. We're waiting for Jiva, Victoria, and Sandy's. Okay, good, we got Victoria, Jiva.
I'm not sure I know where it is.
Manage Participants. So it's a little person that's 2 or 3 to the left of share screen.
Mine just says participants. It
Mine
doesn't say
is just
manage
participants.
Oh,
Okay.
oh. Thank you for that because I'm in the host. So
You're a host, yeah, right.
Okay,
Sandy?
and what do I have to do with these participants?
So you open the window and you see a list of people. At the bottom, there's a number of buttons, and one is green, says yes. One is red, it says no.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. We got everybody. Awesome, great job. Okay, great. So the key around here is the concept I talked to you before, but I'm going to reiterate it. If you want engagement and you want to build a team, let the inmates run the asylum. And what I mean by that is you can manage all the stuff, but it's not really that valuable for it, right? So you want to let everybody else do it. So what I'd like you to do is go to the chat window and ask any question that can be yes or no. So like one I have, I am learning, right? And I can answer that question yes or no, right? You can't say, what is my stock portfolio like? That's not a yes, no question. So great, Debbie has a question. Yeah, and please don't chat them privately. Let's do them publicly, thank you.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
I bet you didn't, Debbie, but that's cool. It's like passing notes in class. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Michelle, you're saying yes. No, Michelle, I want you to give a question. I'm gonna ask it here. Okay, great, that's good. Good, after you chatted your question, I will continue. Oh, interesting, that's a good question. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So the first one is, I am learning. Click yes or no. So I'm a yes, if you're learning, click yes. Yes, yes, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Victoria, Arlene, Michelle, you can click yes or no. That's 7. Arlene and Michelle, no pressure. Arlene, here she's frozen again, sad face. Okay, great. So we got them all. So now I'm going to go to your questions, right? The first one is Debbie Ann, do you run? I ran this morning. Yay, exercise. Jiva's a runner. Oh, Jiva's like, don't you have a helmet? Aren't you a big biker? I think that was right. Debbie Ann.
I'm a climber.
Oh, climber, cool. Sandy and Victoria said no. Angela says no. Greg says no. Michelle and Arlene is, oh, she's still trying to figure out where the buttons are. Okay, great. So that's a 3 to 5. Only 3 of us are runners. Interesting. Okay, next one. The sky is blue. Okay, I'm a yes. Well, this morning it was gray, but now it's blue. Ziva says no. It's probably raining there.
It's dark.
Okay, so that's 7 to 1. I have a dog. Well, I am not a dog owner. I like dogs, but I am not a dog owner. We know Angela's a yes. We saw the doggy. Debbie Ann's a yes. I know that. 5 to 4. So 5 yes and 4 no's to doggies. Is it raining there? So I'm a no today. I am in Seattle, though. I am in the capital of rain. Don't get it wrong. Shiva, 7-0. Ziva's still trying to find the button. There you go. Okay, great. Oh, me. I'm 9. So it's 9. Wow. We have worldwide awesome weather. Okay. Last but not least, I want to do 2. Victoria says, I have 2 kids. Mine is no, I have 3. I was the last of 5 children, too, in case, does that make anything? Okay, that's 3 yeses and 6 no's. Interesting. And the last one is, do you love sweets? I'm eating chocolate. I'm not going to lie to you. I love chocolate. We're 8 to 1 with Victoria being our not sweet person. She is a sweet personality. She just doesn't, she's probably off the sugar right now, and that's how she keeps her amazing figure. Moving on. So we're going to go to the next one, right? We're already here. I'm going to teach you what's called faster, slower. So everyone find the buttons next to it. Hit the one that says go slower. We got 8 people, 9. Shiva, hopefully you can find the slower button.
Yes, I'm just taking notes at the same time.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, and everyone now hit the faster button. Hit blue. Blue, 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 Victoria. There you go, blue, 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 blue. Oh, wait, I gotta do it, blue. Okay, great. All right, so I'm gonna read a passage, and the slower, faster is a great way to give a presenter feedback if you teach it to the group. Right? Or if you teach it, you're the facilitator, and maybe they give you a signal that they want you to go faster and you thought you were going at the right pace. Anyways, I'm from America. As you can tell, I'm a professional speaker, and quite often I speak too fast, right, to groups. So what I'm going to do is have you click a button. I'm going to read this passage, and you click faster if you want me to go faster, and go slower if you want me to go slower. Here we go. Facilitator debrief. The final step is to take a few minutes to reflect and write down your team pluses and deltas. Pluses are the things that went great. Slower. Okay. Pluses are the things that went great during the training, whereas deltas are potential areas of improvement. Ways to make this training even better the next time you do it. This simple practice will make each training session better, and after 100 trainings, all your incremental improvements will make you a seasoned expert. Award-winning customer service trainer Pete Weinmiller says it's not doing it's not doing one thing 100% better. That makes a difference. It's doing 100 things 1% better. Okay. Was I close to the right pace? Are you saying I could have actually gone a little faster at the end? Is that correct? Wow, that's impressive. Even the Czech and the Slovenia said, go faster, Mr. Chen. Great. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that slower, faster. Okay, here we go. So this is yes, no, and this is faster, slower. Okay, the video panel up. Now, let's take a look at reactions. So I think on your toolbar, you have a little thing that says reactions. And first hit applause. So if you can hit the applause button, you'll look at the video screen. Greg did it, Debbie did it. And look, you can also change the color of the applause. So it's culturally sensitive. Thank you, very little, very zoom. Okay, so yeah, now do a thumbs up. Do a thumbs up. Let's see who can do it. Angela's got it, Sandy, Victoria, Shiva, Greg. So Debbie and Michelle and Arlene, if you can figure out where your thumbs up is. Debbie Ann got it. I'm looking for Michelle and Arlene. It should be right on the toolbar. You can see right here, it's called reactions. If you don't have it, Michelle, just unmute and let me know what you see. You're still on mute.
There we go. I had the participant window close up, and when I mouse over the thumbs up, I'm not getting a reaction from it. Oh, I see a thumbs up next to my name now.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's usually on the toolbar. So if you look at my screen, right, usually it's on this main toolbar. Anyways, let's do this. Here are the two things. Applause, so you can react, and applause if you think the picture I'm going to show you next is funny. And you give me a thumbs up if you agree with the picture or the statement. Okay? So here we go. Commuting in Corona times. Bedroom, laundry, mailbox, balcony, yoga mat, couch, living room. Great applaud. So that's what funny. Victoria thinks it's funny. Anybody else? Too soon? Too close to the truth? Okay, fine.
Not anymore funny.
See, I love your honesty. It makes my whole day. Okay, here comes the next picture. Danger Russ Wilson is a U.S. football player for our amazing Seahawks. He donated 1 million meals to Seattle Food Lifeline. My house and quarantine mate actually is running communications for Food Lifeline and got to help with this. So again, applause. Applause if you think it's funny, and thumbs up if you agree. There we go. Angela says thumbs up. Victoria thumbs up. Greg's thumbs up. Sandy is applauding. There we go. So now she's thumbs up. Debbie and thumbs up. Siva. And Michelle and Arlene are still figuring out where the buttons are, and that's okay. All right. So here we go. The next picture. The last time that you went, or the last time I went shopping, I saw this. I hear outside laughter. I believe that's Angela. Thank you. Funny, funny, funny. Jiva funny. Greg funny. Sandy funny. Victoria, yeah. Victoria is applauding. Funny, funny. Debbie. Oh, Michelle found the button. Okay. And Arlene, you can just applaud. Arlene, are you still there? I heard video froze again. Sad face. All right, moving on. Oh, wait a second. I just have to show you this. I just want to show this, right? Look at this picture. I love this. This is where all the toilet paper wrappers are going. They're around his leg. And I love this paper bag. You know, this is filtering the virus for you. This is totally N95 certified, people. Paper bag. All right, moving on. So now we're going to do a team creativity exercise, right? So this is a problem-solving piece. So let me tell you the goal and the rules. You can ask questions, and then I'm going to turn on the whiteboard. So the goal is team creativity. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to draw some bars. And what you need to do is you can move any one bar, right? This is called move one line. You can move one bar, and you want to make both sides of the make both sides, oh, that's a typo, of this equation equal, okay? So once you move it and I tell you that it's valid, you need to move the bar back and then move a different bar. The two equal sign bars cannot be moved. The two equal signs bars cannot be moved. You will have a total of 5 minutes. So while I set this up, does anybody have any questions?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I believe that was Shiva, right?
Where are these bars?
I'm drawing them. I'm going to show you.
Okay. Can you explain once again while you draw these bars, or it's too late?
No, I can do that. Oops, hold on. So let me.
Because when we see, we better understand.
True. So this is a bar. There are two equal signs. This is a bar. This is a bar. This is a bar. This is a bar. So let me just show you how this works too. First, I'm going to go into select mode, and I'm going to go remote control. And anybody can ask for the mouse control if you find the button. Let me try. Let's use Angela. Angela, can you obtain control of the mouse? Oh, look at that. She's got it. So if you click any bar, it'll give you the ability to move it. Yes, but remember, you can't move the equal bars, so please move that back.
Right. Sorry.
Okay, great. So just to reiterate, right, from this position here that you can see, you can move any one bar, and you're trying to make both sides equal. You're trying to make this a whole valid equation. Does anybody have any questions? No questions means.
No. We have. You mean equally, like equal number? Like, for example, that both sides has to be, for example, 2, or like that. Okay. So
Yes.
number 2, both sides, and yeah, that's the goal.
Oh, yeah, they just have to be equal. The equation has to be equal. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 12, it could be 18. Math teachers will really like this, but you have to be able to validate to me why it is equal. And I will tell you if it is correct or not. And you can now alternate controls of the mouse. I believe Angela has control of the mouse, but you can request control of the mouse if you want to move something. Does anybody now have any final questions? Okay.
How many moves can we do? Sorry.
You can only move, you move one bar, right? You can move any one bar, and as soon as you get the right answer, you have to move it back, and then you can move something else. One move, not 2, okay?
Are we allowed to speak to one another?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to the group is, does anybody know the solution to this?
My timer is beginning then, go ahead.
Okay, I think we have to leave the bar that is straight line the same, and we just move one of the not straight lines.
Can we remove a bar or only move? Can
Move.
we
No, move. He said move.
but not remove?
Yeah,
As
the
in,
initiative is called move one line, not destroy it.
move one off of the screen.
Ooh.
I have an idea.
Go ahead.
I think we move the V on its side so 1 is less than 2, equal or less than 2.
But then that won't be a 2.
Yeah, well, that's a good
Shelby,
idea.
go ahead and
Somebody give me the mouse and I'll see if we can try it out.
I think that would be moving 2 lines if we move the V, and we can only move 1 line.
one person can move one and the other next person can move the other.
Okay.
So somebody
I
I
don't have
misunderstood that. Do we only move 1 line collectively, or do we each get to move a line?
No, just one line. Anybody can move the line, but only one line can be moved. That makes sense.
Debbie had the idea. Go ahead, Debbie.
So if we can only move one, then that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Can we move it and then put it on the same place as like that we have a half of V on both sides? So we have a straight line, and then we have just a half of V on the other side. So it would look the same, which means it's equal.
3 minutes remaining.
Do that. Try
Say
that.
that again, Ziva?
Just do it, Ziva.
Yeah, just do it.
I'm not sure I understood.
I'm not sure if I can move it. I don't know how to move it.
Take control.
Take control.
Put your cursor on the square with the dot with the arrow.
I'm trying.
You have to touch the remote control button on your toolbar.
Remote control button.
Ziva, I'm going to help you. I'm going to try and give you control.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't see a remote control button on my toolbar.
There you go.
I don't see it either.
There, she has control, I believe. Isn't this so cool? Slovenia is controlling a computer in Seattle. That's so cool.
Hmm.
Can you change the text?
2 minutes remaining.
No, I cannot change No, that's not working.
And we can only move one line. Is that what I'm saying? Or
But
hearing?
The initiative is called Move One Line.
One line.
There you go. That looks equal to me. I mean, it's a mirror.
But are we allowed, I wonder, are we allowed to put this line over the equal sign? And then it's going to be correct because it won't be equal.
Sure, why not?
That makes sense.
That makes complete sense.
You have to show me.
Do it.
So if you just put it, if you put any of the lines over the equal sign, then it's going to tell us that the first side is not equal to the second one. And it's still a correct statement.
Correct.
Yes.
I like that.
Someone has to move the line.
Do it because I don't understand.
I don't have the control. I don't know who has it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Who would like control of the mouse?
I'll take it.
Who? Who?
Angela.
Okay, Angela, I'm going to attempt to give you the control. Hold on. Go ahead. Ding, ding, ding. That's 1. 30 seconds remaining.
That's it. I guess it should be over just.
Little boy.
Oh, John, so you're saying there's another solution we could find. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, there's more than one.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
There's more than one way to beat the coronavirus, Greg.
Yes, there is.
We don't know what it is yet. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations, you have found one solution. You have saved the world. That's fantastic, right? So let me just help you out here. Number one is, let's just talk about the dynamics real quick. I'm going to stop share. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to hold on to those dynamics. I want you to be thinking about what's been happening with these initiatives. I am purposely not debriefing them because I have a period for you to talk, okay? So if you have, and observing what's inside of here, that's key. I mean, my key observation around this is that Ziva was onto the right idea. One of the best ways that you could do this, though, right, is to make a team rhythm. It goes back to the lesson I have. You can spend as much time as long as you're asking me questions for the rest of you to talk to figure out how are we going to work together as a team. As you can tell, right, this is another case where the team didn't really have any pre-established rhythm, so you spend a lot of time trying to figure that out. But in addition to that, right, then you got to think about how are we as a group thinking out of the box. So let me just remind us, all of our teams are being asked right now to think way out of the box. And so this is the kind of creativity that you want and need. So let me just show you a few of the solutions. Here we go. And hopefully I'll get some, oh, right? Okay, here we go. Here's one. If you move the bar, you can make the square root of 1. 1 equals the square root of 1 is true. If you move one of the bars from the V over to the middle, it turns into a multiplication symbol. 1 equals 1 times 1 is true.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You can move one of these other bars here and make Roman numerals. 1 equals 2 minus 1. That's true too. Right? Think to yourself, what beliefs do I have to be able to solve this problem? Think about Apollo 13. There's no manual. They did it. You put the bar over the V and you make a 0. 1 equals 0, 1. That's true too.
Aww.
Yes. Yes, Siva. Who's in control here? I make the rules. I say yes or no.
That's correct.
I say who? I say when? I say who? Okay, you move the bar over and you can make the V into an N. Nothing equals nil. That's correct too. You move the X to the other side, and for you math majors, X equals 1, 2, 3, Roman numeral 3, or 111. It's whatever. Was it algebra, polynomial, whatever? X equals anything. That's totally true. And this one, if you bend one of the sticks, you can make 7. 7 equals the Roman numeral 7. That's true too. Oh yeah. You guys heard it too, Ziva. You had the answer. You take one of the bars and you put it on the other side, and it's 2 equals 2. I think that's right. Oh, you have to straighten the bar. The V counts as 1 bar, and so you actually straighten the V into 1 big bar. That's why this is this way.
Yeah, I didn't know how to straighten it. I thought it's not possible.
It is possible.
Yeah,
I'll go back and show you. If you stay afterwards in the 30 minutes, I'll show you how. Okay, cool. So as you do that, I'm going to do last things. We're going to show you polling, and then I'm going to show you a breakout room so that you can kind of debrief this and also think about, like, right now, I hope, right, at the 60-minute mark, your head is starting to get to that awesome point where, like, we have all these amazing things that we can do with our groups to engage them, and you just need to think about how to do it. So let's do some polls. We have 2 polls here that are very interesting. Oh yeah, here, let's do this one. Okay, I know this one's a little challenging, but hopefully you see a poll now. These are 8 negative coronavirus emotions. So what emotions have you felt in the last week? Now, why is this important? Well, I think Greg and I, we've done some leadership training. If you do something and you ask people the emotions that they felt in a week, quite often, and you don't give any precursors, quite often that they'll give you easily a lot of the negative emotions. And then you say, what positive emotions did you feel in a week? And they usually only do about 1/10 of them. The other part about this is really valuable is that I can send you an article that I have about 8 negative emotions, about these emotions, and about what they mean and what you could do positively with them. So for instance, like frustration to me, I was finally taught that I used to get frustrated a lot, and I still get frustrated, but the message from frustration says, I see how I want it to be and it's not happening fast enough. And so it's really giving you the signal about what to do faster. Okay, I'm gonna close the poll in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I still have this typo in apathy. Okay, I'm gonna share the results. Can you see those results? Now, what is the one with the highest?
Fear.
Sorry?
Disappointment.
So in looking at these results, what do you think you know about this group? Go ahead, anybody?
Things aren't going the way we want it to.
Exactly, Angela. I just got an email about my daughter's graduation, which is not going to happen. She finished 4 years hard of college. Both families were going to be there, all of the members, and now none of us are going. And they just said, we're going to do something online, and that's disappointment. Anything else? What else have you learned about this group? Anyone?
Nobody's feeling any apathy.
That's probably because I typoed it. But Michelle, why do you think no one is feeling apathy? That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer.
Well, I mean, I think here we are being kind of solution focused in how to engage our teams by being in this webinar and with this activity. So I think that shows that nobody's feeling kind of like, I'm just here.
That's awesome. There's another group that I work with, and we did another separate poll, and all of them picked creative. Like, how are you feeling? Like, and there were some negative and positive emotions, and one of them was creative. And almost everybody in this group hit creative. And the guy said, "Why? I choose to spend an hour here in this happy hour or this." It was a business roundtable, and he says, because contrary to the rest of my week, everybody on this call is positive, and that's not my experience with all the other people I work with. And I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. I choose my social padding very carefully. So I feel like all the people are optimistic, but I am in a bubble. I'm in my own personal bubble. I forget that probably 80% of the world is still feeling fear, panic, frustration, disappointment. Okay, let's do one more. This one will be very interesting. See if I can get to it. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm launching a poll, and I actually have a real poll that is on my Facebook page. I'm gonna probably send you a link to it. And this is, when do you think the coronavirus is gonna end? May 20, June 2020, July 20, August 20, September, November, December, March 2021, June 2021, and after July 2021. Let's see, 5 of 8 voted. Make sure and get your votes in. Click a button. Polling, as you can tell too, is fantastic for a large group. If you have like a 200-person Zoom, we're not gonna do go ahead caller, you're gonna do polling, right? And so, because this is something that's very attenuated to large groups. Okay, everybody's voted, let's check it out. I'm gonna share the results. And now you can see What do you think you learned from this data? Anybody?
I learned I hope you're all wrong.
I said the Air Force Base. I love that, Victoria. You're great. What else? Anybody else?
That nobody really has a clue.
No,
Jiva, that's the real answer. Everybody, you know, that everybody's looking for certainty, and there is none. And so you're grasping, and as leaders, you need to provide. This is why I said you need rhythm. This is why you need start and end the meeting the same. We're grasping for places for this. I actually am running an unofficial poll on Facebook. We have over 300 replies. We're going to actually chart the data in a scatter plot and show what people are thinking for the day. And
what is that showing you so far?
I haven't been able to process all the data because we did it first on Facebook and it's a terrible data analysis engine, but we have a Microsoft form now, so it's going to put it in a spreadsheet and make it a lot easier. But there are it's definitely July, August, September. But my personal view is definitely much longer than that. And then it's when the whole U.S. It's not one city; it's the rest of the cities. So, you know, my cancer research nurse friend said 2022 because you got to have a vaccine really to come out correctly. Even if we come out, you got to come out with probably temperature, mass, and other procedures. Okay, and see, look what is happening now, right? Is that polling can help create great conversations. It can also show what the poll of the audience is in a very short amount of time. So that's really kind of a polling inside of a nutshell. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to break you out into groups. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to break you into groups of 8. I really want you to break into smaller groups because I want you're going to have 6 minutes to meet. Sounds like a long time. It's going to go fast. Have one person be established as a quote unquote facilitator, and it just means that you balance the time out. And the other person is the reporter. So the reporter is going to come back and share their ideas. I want you to brainstorm ideas to build your teams virtually for 6 minutes. So you're going to get 5 minutes, then you're going to get a warning, and it's going to give you 60 seconds before we come back in. I'm going to give you the reminder. You need to strike a pose when you come back into the main room. Okay? So does anybody have any questions before I put you in a breakout room about the assignment?
Is that prompt in the breakout room as well? What we just saw?
Oh, the questions?
Yeah.
No, but I will put it in the chat room right now. So hold on a second.
How many people are going to be in a breakout session?
Just 2 today, Debbie Ann. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I got a message from Ketty, who was with us. She lost power in Georgia, which is why she is no longer with us. Her entire power grid shut down. We're lucky. We're so lucky that like our stuff is not. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna go. So anybody have if you want to, you should copy and paste it from the chat. But the key here is to report back ideas to build your teams virtually. I've shown you a lot of stuff, and I want you to come back and say, what's the thing that you're gonna do? Okay. Now, any questions? Okay, breaking you into 4 rooms, 3, 4, 3. Okay, I will see you back in 6 minutes. Enjoy.
Hi, John.
Hey.
Hey.
You're in with us. Excellent.
Awesome.
Hashtag
So
awesome.
I copied and pasted the directions. So I would like to just read over again. Okay, so we're going to establish a facilitator. So that will be you. And then you're going to ensure that we each speak once. And then we'll choose somebody to report back to our brainstorming ideas. So you could be the facilitator, Angela.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right, go.
Well, we should ask John a question before he leaves because I'm sure he's not going to stay with us the whole time, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so what would be a good idea for us to brainstorm about?
What's your challenge?
Oh, what's your challenge? Okay, Angela, what is your challenge?
Depends on which group I'm working with, but I would have to say probably in terms of everything that we've talked about. So engaging and exciting teams.
Yeah, keeping people involved, right?
Yeah.
So
so I like all of I like everything.
Yeah.
Everything that you've shown is great. But
well, you can brainstorm new stuff here too. So Angela, by the way, Debbie Ann is one of my original clients and has given me my tarot deck. She is a master.
Ah, awesome.
Debbie Ann and I work with youth from around the world with
oh,
Tony
very
Robbins.
cool. Okay.
So I had an idea for your book. I don't know if you've done it, but how about Simon Says?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Simon Says.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you could also go type the word awesome. And then if they enter it, they lose. Right? Because you just told them to type it. You didn't say to enter it.
Okay, make sure and bring that to the group. I'll be back later. Bye.
I will.
Okay. Bye, Joe.
So nice to meet
A 2-minute table topic speech.
Yeah. No, I like that. It's creating more. Hi, John. It's creating more opportunity for people to connect in that smaller format, and you can. I think it sounds like what you did in that group was, and it gives some different topics for different small groups. Then they bring it back to the large group, create some energy around that. Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. One of the things that John, he referenced a little bit in this one, but I know we talked about it in the other session I was in with him, is given that we're running all these probably virtual meetings with teams right now, having some sort of structure of how we start, how we end, of just kind of creates, I guess it's the rhythm piece that he talked about. I think whatever that is, I think that could be an important way to help teams feel connected and collaborating when they realize we've kind of got a way we do our virtual connections, we do our virtual meetings.
Right. One of the things, when you talk about rhythm and consistency, then I think help builds teams. And one of the things that I do with my coaching and master,
that the reverse charades would work quite well with my team.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be something that I would suggest to begin with, like an icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
And did you try any, I don't know, let's say any other games before, or what kind of actual team buildings, live team buildings have you done before, so that we see if we can apply something virtually?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sandy, that's a strategy I use called porting. So like in computer language, you take something from one language and you port it to another. I've done that with many, at least 10 or 15 of them. That was my strategy, was to use stuff that had been time tested and move it online.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you. Learned a new term. Thank you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4, John.
Yeah.
You underachievers. You have 60 seconds left. Come on.
Okay, then leave us alone.
Go.
I can't think of anything else.
Wait, me too. Oh, I have another one. Teacher, pupil. That somebody is a teacher and has to teach other people things that they usually do this in pairs. So I don't know how could we put this. Yeah, yeah, no, it's not a good idea.
It's a good idea. What are you talking about, Ziva?
No, we normally do this in pairs. I don't understand, how can we put them in pairs?
Break it. I just put you in a pair. I just hopped in.
Oh yeah, okay, that's true. And then breakup room, and then they has to show it to the audience in the big Zoom.
4, 3.
Teacher
Okay.
people.
Strike a pose. Remember to strike a pose. Ready? Go.
Oh, I like the owl.
Sandy, come on. Where's your pose? There you go. Okay, great.
So we didn't all come back because, John, we pressed the button. So should have we just waited for it to time out?
It's totally up to you. Depends if you're done
Oh, no.
talking or not talking.
Is that how it, we all come in together if we all let it time out?
Yeah. It's your choice.
Now we know.
Okay. Meanwhile, let's get back on. Who was in breakout room number 1?
How do we know that?
I didn't track what number I was in.
Oh, yeah, me.
We're in 4,
Yeah.
Zena.
Bad team people.
We were in 4.
I do remember who I popped in with. Okay.
I think Arlene and I might have been 1.
Okay, great.
I think
So let's
Sandy
do
and
this.
I were 3.
I'm gonna.
Yes, it was 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the inmates run the
Debbie,
asylum. Who would like to share first? Okay, let's
We
go,
can
Victoria. Go.
start.
Oh, I was saying number 1 should go first, but
I think that was us. So
I
I'll
feel,
go.
like, I feel like the Rolling Stones song. You can't always get what you wanted. Let's go to Greg.
All right, so I was with Arlene, and we first talked about some things that we did during this session, and the one that both resonated with us was the reverse charades. We thought that would just be an easy, quick, fun one that's different enough with that twist that people would get engaged around. More generally, we think what we just did, taking a larger group and using breakout rooms and smaller discussions are excellent. Involving more people and more discussion, you could have different topics that different breakouts are discussing and then coming back. We like the concept of rhythm and consistency, one of the R's from John's acronym, but just finding the way that we start meetings, the way that we end meetings. Arlene had this cool thing she does at the end of one of hers where she says, "My wish for you is," and she does that at the end of every meeting. And then one last thing was just really trying to include everyone. Right on the time.
Let's give Greg and Greg partner. Who was your partner?
Arlene.
Okay, let's give Greg and Arlene a round of applause. Excellent. Who would like to go next? Let's go to Ziva. Ziva, who's your teammate?
I was with Victoria, and I really hope we understand correct what you want from us, because we have actually 5 ideas for you guys to use it for your team virtual building. Take notes, please, because you want to use them or not. It's up to you. Or John will use them.
Go.
Yeah, John, take notes.
Let's do this. You're on the clock.
The first task is that all the people has to find at least one common characteristic that is unusual. For example, nobody eats meat. That's not very usual. That's just
I don't.
Okay. Then then the second one. Okay. The second one is lip reading. So one person, Victoria, correct me if I will. Yeah. Yeah. Did you please watch Victoria? So one person is muted and the other one, well, I'm not very good with explanation.
That's good.
What I want to say. The third one is like when we play activity game, you know, and one person will get the word in the chat box and it will draw. Yeah, thank you, Victoria. And the other one will have to guess what is drawn. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Did you get it?
Yes.
And the fourth one, I really love this one. It was Victoria's idea. It was a speedy scavenger hunt. So, for example, who will find the spoon and bring it on the fastest you can. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last one, the last idea was teacher pupil. So you put in pairs and you have to teach each other the thing that the teacher knows and the pupil don't, and the opposite. And then when they're ready, or after 3 minutes, they represent it in the bigger group. Okay?
Ziva Victoria! You can see as a facilitator, right? I gave them extra time. I dropped into their breakout room, and man, they just work so hard. They're like, we have 4 ideas, and I made a joke about you underachievers. And they're like, we're gonna make 5. We're gonna do it. So that's why I let them do all 5. All right. Hopefully we can open. If we want to finish on time, hopefully the other 2 teams can check in 30 seconds. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
Go to Michelle. Michelle, who's your partner?
My partner is Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay, and we talked about things that we've talked about 4 things. Sharing photos, so kind of personalizing and connecting, either sharing photos of pets or other types of new coworkers, and then how we might have spent time to create connection. Reverse charades was also a hit as far as a way to connect and get people engaged as an icebreaker. Using whiteboards as one way to engage people in kind of a more active approach to running meetings, and then also using polling to frame conversations in a specific way.
Wow, let's give Michelle a round of applause. Michelle, I'm sorry, who is your teammate again, Michelle?
Sandy.
Sandy, of course, Sandy from the Czech Republic. Who's our last team?
Us.
Thank you.
Let's go to Angela
Debbie.
and Debbie Ann, let's go.
Debbie and Angela. So the things that we talked about was just the challenge of engaging our team in general. So the things that we really enjoyed was okay caller, and then last word, and then both sides of that in terms of the first word and then the second word in terms of whatever it's called, checking ins and then polls. So all 3 or all 4 of those things we would definitely use in our groups. And Debbie Ann was specifically talking about doing it in Zumba classes, and I was talking about doing it with my client groups. That was it.
Bingo. Let's give them a round of applause. Angela and Debbie Ann. Those are really cool, right? I don't know if I heard too, Debbie Ann came up with Simon Says. Like, how fun would Simon Says be? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure I heard it. I was counting on time. That's what I get for facilitating. But those are great ideas. There's lots of, like, I love the pets idea, like sharing pictures. You screen share a picture. Those are all perfect things. Like, again, all of you guys are experts. You know how to do team building in the regular world, pre-corona world. You got to figure out what can you bring into this new world. And that's how you're going to innovate. And that's how you're going to help your teams. And I really, hopefully, this session really gave you that. So let me just close on out with this last piece. Oh, I love that. That's a Statue of America during 4th of July, right?
Yeah, New York. I was giving you a New York feel.
So I just want to show you the update to the planning sheet you're going to get here. I've actually created the initiatives here on the top, the plan time and the actual time. Oh my gosh, I typoed actual. Really? Do I still have that? I do have that. Wow, I'm going to fix that. But what's most important around this is how I did this. And what's amazing is that this class I designed, by the time we finish this last initiative, you will have learned 15 initiatives, right? Give yourself a round of applause for that. And you did it in 90 minutes. And I wrote this schedule out, and I did it the first time. And I thought for sure I was going to have to cut half the material. But because I did the work to plan out the time for each one, I finished the last class on time. And now we're going to finish this last class on time. So here's how we're going to do it. I want to give you this final message. You are learning virtual team building skills. And I'll tell you why I love to offer this for free and why it's so important. We will succeed with teamwork. That's the only way we're going to succeed is through teamwork, right? I'm sharing an article and it says it's true. King County, which is the county I live in, says social distancing is slowing down the coronavirus outbreak. Let me show you some data. The first time I did this on April 1st, remember when America only had 189,000 cases? And now that looks good, right? On April 1st, we had moved from 1st to 8th. We used to be on the top of this list. Unfortunately, Debbie Ann, you are the winner here. New York is now on the top of the list. Last week, look at the number. That number doubled in 7 days, 399,000 cases. Wow. Where did Washington go? We fell all the way to 12. It's working. Whatever it is we're doing, it's working. This morning, I looked at the numbers. The US is slowing down. It didn't double. It's only 200,000, and gee, that's something to celebrate. But where's Washington? We have fell beneath Connecticut. We are now 13th. I'm highly competitive. This is the game I want to lose.
Yeah.
We only lose/win with teamwork. You are now graduates of Virtual Team Building 2. Congratulations, applause. And you now qualify for Virtual Team Building 3, which will be the first Wednesday of next month. I will only offer it once per month. If you miss that class, you will have to wait. I will show all new items. I also am going to start a Virtual Team Building Jam. A jam will experiment with new initiatives. You are not guaranteed to get something that works, but you are guaranteed to get my latest team building initiatives and actually test them out. I talked to my publisher this week, and we're going to share some of these videos to show people how this works. And it will really help the book reviews, because when you see this stuff in action, it makes such a difference than just reading it in the book. And so for that too, you're going to get an invitation. I want you to be part of my virtual team building community. To invite.
When is the jam,
Facebook.
John?
Sorry, say again.
When is the jam?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's when I tell you.
Okay.
I'm in control here, people. You're going to get an invite to Virtual Team Building, the Facebook group. You're going to get the invitation to Virtual Team Building 3. As always, it's starting to slow down. And so I think the hit that I got from the Library Journal is starting to slow down. I really need your help. This is word of mouth. I still offer this free. I tried to charge for it. It like totally crushed the registration numbers. So I've made it free again. And just share this link, geoteaming.com/virtual team building. If you I'm actually going to start a network here too. We're making plans to start a network. If you are interested in being one of our facilitators and teach this to your community, I'm starting a training program for that. It will start after Virtual Team Building 3. So if you are interested, please let me know. And last of all, I'm going to close with this. Again, if you need to leave at the 1:30 mark, you can. I will let you know that I will stay as late as 2 o'clock with you if you have questions that you want to ask off camera. But today's closing question comes from my mentor, Dr. Simon Priest. And he said, the words "I commit" are one of the greatest words you can use at the end of a program. I've been using it now for over 20 years. So you just need to fill in the sentence, what do you commit to do with today's valuable knowledge? So you start with the phrase, I commit. Let's go. Again, if you need to go early, please go first. And if not, who would like to go first? Let's go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, I am going to have to leave in a minute. So I commit to share some of the ideas that I found really good with other people.
Thank you so much, Greg. I know you've got a great network. We look forward to seeing you at Virtual Team Building 3. Who'd like
All right, thanks, John.
Thank you, Greg. Let's go to Sandy in the Czech Republic.
I commit to try to inspire people around me and to share an optimistic vibe. So thank you for today.
Sandy, thank you so much. Yeah, applause, Sandy. Sandy, didn't you come into the first session saying that it was like not possible, or you were very pessimistic? Do I remember that?
No, I'm generally optimistic and I'm still keeping the same way. So maybe you're just confusing me with someone else, but yes, I was saying that maybe a lot of my colleagues are feeling demotivated. Maybe this is what you might remember. So I think that's still true, but it's gonna get better.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Who'd like to go next?
Now, this is Arlene. I'll go next.
Let's go to Arlene, and then Angela, then Shiva.
So I commit to using some of these fabulous tools you've taught us in the first presentation I am doing on Zoom for this group that I've never spoken to before, but there are a lot of great ideas. So thank you.
Thank you, Arlene. And if it's open enough, I would love an invite. I would be happy to sit in your class and give you any feedback afterwards if it fits my time schedule. Okay?
Oh, fabulous. Thank you for offering that.
No pressure. Thank you, Arlene. Okay, who else would like to go? Oh, sorry. Angela, Jiva, then Debbie M. So let's go to Angela.
So I commit to using these. So these were great. I love them. And I'm actually going to be writing about them in my next article that I'm putting out on LinkedIn.
Thank you. Angela's a great trainer, has her own company in Vancouver, BC. And Angela and I have met. She's actually one of my previous clients who climbed a mountain with me, right?
That's right.
So stay on for the 30 minutes if you want to hear that story. Let's go to Jiva.
I commit to follow the playfulness path and try to play with all these games and also discover new ones.
Jiva, thank you so much. I want one of your games in my book. I want a Slovenia game in my book. Okay, Jiva?
No problem.
Let's go to Debbie Ann in Queens.
I commit to use all these techniques that you're choosing to, and I commit to being at the next level with you. And I commit to serving my Zumba class as a place for them to also make connection at the end of the class, because sometimes when they're just doing the exercise, some of these people don't have any other place to get some connection. So that's what we decided we're going to do, the last word, and give them some inclusiveness. So in this time of loneliness, they might not feel so lonely.
Debbie Ann, you know, it's one of the 6 human needs, right? Is feeling connected.
Yeah.
So you know that you're serving people when you're doing that. Thank you for volunteering your time with Zumba.
Thank you.
Let's go to Victoria.
I commit to keep trying.
Oh, the T word.
Victoria, you know I'm gonna Yoda you now. You know that.
Yeah.
Try or try not, do.
Try.
Yeah.
Right? Victoria does not look like a trier.
No.
Right?
Doer. I'm a doer.
Yeah, you're a total doer.
And it's hard to do right now. So
You
I guess
do a do. Don't do a don't. What do you want to do?
keep trying. Trying to remain optimistic, trying to remain positive, trying to believe that team building can occur virtually, because I think it's a little bit, I don't know, seems a little bit of an oxymoron when team building is traditionally done in a physical, close setting.
I'm gonna pull a Bronx, right? If you know the old Saturday Night Live skit, right? It was called Coffee Talk, right? Military intelligence is neither military nor intelligent. Discuss.
I could discuss for an hour on that topic.
I know. So what I'm
then
telling you is, so I'm gonna get back to the do though, right? The do. Victoria, what are you gonna do? You said try, but I want to know, what are you gonna lead a session with you have an amazing group, right? You have a military-based group.
Yeah, I've got about 6,000 airmen I'm supposed to keep the morale up on. And we just got DOD guidance that Zoom is no longer allowed for official functions. So now there's the new barrier to work around. So
What are you going to use as a platform, Victoria? I'm curious.
That's a good question. I was going to ask you what you thought, because
the number 2 platform by far right now, with I think I last saw 44 million platform, is Microsoft Teams, and I know a lot of people there. Kind of used to work there for a decade, and it's talking to the team right now.
yeah,
So,
actually we do have that on our government email.
yeah, you already have it. You already have the account. So if you need help with that, please reach out to me, and I can actually connect you with somebody in Redmond.
It's just a lot of red tape, but yep, I'll keep on keeping on.
There's no red tape in Redmond. Let me just tell you a story about, right? We used to be, Microsoft used to work with IBM. Well, they still kind of do, but when they did work with IBM, right, we were the rebels. We'd always come in, we'd have like shorts and flip-flops and like t-shirts, and in culture, right, for IBM Blue is that you had a suit and you wore a blue tie and a white shirt, right? And so the Microsoft people used to have a game, and they used to try and rack up as many demerits as possible. Right, because IBM, you got a demerit. Like if you swipe 2 people and followed in as a badge, right? You would get a demerit, right? And they just did all this stuff, and so it's just really funny. It's a total culture class. What I'm telling you is that with Microsoft, hopefully that I know they're a little bit older now, but they love cutting through red tape. They like making something happen. So I would love to brainstorm with you and make 17 solutions to one last move one line. Michelle.
Yeah. So I am going to commit, or I commit to using whiteboarding and polling as a way to engage my team in creative problem solving.
Yeah, Michelle, if you stay here, I'll show you some whiteboard stuff that we didn't do, or we did a little bit before the beginning. So if you want to stick around.
I've got to go to a 3-hour virtual meeting. So I will see you all later. Thank you.
Okay, that closes up Virtual Team Building 2. I believe I got everybody. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right, bye.